McCartney.
Hello everybody, it's 11:30 where I am, and quite frankly I don't give a damn what time it is where you are as long as you're tuned in.
Well, if they're in Bangalore, it might be like 12 o'clock because they have a half-hour time zones.
Oh, don't give me the half-hour time. That's like car insurance to me. It just puts me off completely. I can't be doing. I'm an older person. I can't be doing it. Yeah. So okay, another week came and went, didn't it? Pretty damn quick. So are you all Brexited out, my British pals?
Oh my God.
Maybe we won't go there because I feel your pain. We feel your pain over here because we have. By the way, before I go any further, this morning on my Facebook page, somebody sent me a beautiful piece of all the world leaders miming to John Lennon's Imagine. And the editing is brilliant. I urge you to go and have a look at it. Imagine all the people. And they've got everybody's mouths with the wonderful... It's like Martin Nethercutt edited it. It's so flaming clever. That was a compliment, by the way, Martin.
Supposed to pay attention.
No.
Watching the feed.
No.
Z Germans never listen.
German, no, it's damn foreign. They're getting in everywhere.
They bombed our chippy.
Yeah, well, sleeping with our women.
Exactly. Sleeping with the enemy.
Everybody
That's me.
needs an
Sleeping
upgrade.
with the enemy, that's right, yeah. So, about President, speaking of which, about President Trump and First Lady Melania were very pleased when they went to this sumo wrestling thing at the weekend in Japan. Because normally, to watch those events, everybody sits cross-legged on the floor on little reed mats. But when they got there, they found 4 big comfy armchairs.
Nice.
The President and the First Lady and the new Emperor and Empress of Japan. So, phew, imagine poor old Donald Trump having to sit down cross-legged. Oh no, I can't.
I'm not so worried about him. It's Melania and those fabulous heels she always wears.
Heels, that's right, yeah. Anyway, never mind. That all went off very well, thank goodness. But, they got a new Emperor and Empress in Japan. That must be very exciting. She's only 55 or something, so she's got a lot to deal with, poor lady. But she's had a baptism of fire probably with those house guests for the weekend. But next week he's off to see the Queen in London. And the day after that, Theresa May is going to run for the hills. I don't think I'd blame her.
She might go to Salzburg dressed as a nun and go, the hills are alive.
One never knows, yes.
Yeah,
but never mind all this nonsense. Oh, I tell you what, I got hooked at the weekend on a new Netflix series called What If?
Oh, yeah.
Starring Renee Zellweger. It is brilliant. I watched about 4 episodes the first night, and then I was just so hooked on it, I watched the rest the next night. That's why I've got these big bags under my eyes. I've been watching too much telly. But I urge you to watch What If on Netflix. It is brilliant.
Lisa Nowak loves your fab hairdo. You can tell her it came in a box.
Oh, it's good, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Came in a box from China. We got it before the tariffs, though.
Yes.
Tommy Gimler says, love the shirt. Hold on, let me go get my mushrooms.
Nice.
Thank you, Tommy.
Nice.
I promise not to sing any of your songs on my show because it's PG.
Indeed.
Anyway. But never mind all that nonsense. I'm very pleased. Oh, look, the cat wanted to get in on the act. Very pleased to have today a fellow Brit as my guest. Paul, you will meet him in a few minutes. Paul Roffman, magician, mind reader. I wonder if he can help me find mine. Man of the world.
No, he's a mind reader, not a mind finder.
Not a mind finder, a mind seeker. A minefield reader, yeah. But he'll be here in a couple of minutes. He'll tell us all sorts of wonderful things. He's busy at the moment cramming rabbits back into hats, so he's a bit busy. He'll come to us in a minute or two. So Paul works both sides of the pond, and he works in Britain and the States, and he's been very highly acknowledged by, nothing less than the Magic Castle.
Wow.
Where he's appeared.
I've still never been there, but now I know somebody who knows how to get me
name
in.
drop. Name drop. They might let us come in and clean the toilets if we say we know him.
Absolutely.
And the Magic Circle in London. So this is no slouch when it comes to magic. So I'm a bit scared, really, in case he tries. Oh, he can make things disappear. Oh, have I got a job for you this morning, pal? So why don't you come?
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen,
come and say.
Magician, mind reader, actor, man about town, popular resort figure, here in the flesh, in person.
Thanks for having me.
Paul Roffman, yay!
And thanks to Dawn Bowery, our photographer friend.
Lovely friend of mine.
Isn't she great?
Wonderful, wonderful
Yeah,
photograph.
she is. Well, it was she who put me in touch with you.
Yes.
So, yeah, I got her book there in which she featured both Ruth and I. It was a book about Brits in LA.
Oh yes, yeah. I've seen
So
that.
if
It's great.
the next edition will surely, no doubt, feature. Ta-da!
We talked about it
Yeah.
actually. We were like
Oh, it's
coming
a-
up with some crazy ideas.
Oh, good.
So you never know.
No, good, smashing. So listen, tell me all about what you're up to. I've got a few little notes here of things I want to ask you. But how did you get into magic in the first place?
That's a good question. I didn't go the sort of the obvious route into magic. I liked it as a kid. I used to watch Paul Daniels. So for the Americans, Paul Daniels was on TV for 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
Prime time BBC.
That's right.
And he came from all working men's clubs. That was his experience. So he was a bit hard-edged, Paul Daniels, toned down. But he genuinely was great. And I remember seeing him with my dad when I was about 10 years old in the West End. And I remember my dad falling off the chair laughing.
Oh, lovely.
Because he was hysterical.
Yeah.
And he used
I
to do
remember
this.
him well.
Do you remember?
Absolutely, yeah. Is he still around?
No,
He's still,
unfortunately, no. He's passed away now.
Gone to that great top hat in the sky.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. But I bet you never imagined at the beginning of all that, though, that you'd finish up being where you are today.
Kind of. I actually did in a weird way.
Did you?
So I didn't get into magic. So acting was always my thing.
I see.
I've always been an actor and always been acting at school. You know, I did Macbeth when I was like 12.
Good
and,
God.
I wasn't Macbeth. I was Lennox, a Scottish
Oh, I
noble.
thought you were going to soldier number 9 with spear in the
Basically,
background.
it was basically that, and I was wearing very, very tight tights.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, it
Ooh,
was,
what are you up with today?
I'm wearing them underneath. They do chafe a little bit though.
Yeah,
Gotta be careful.
When you wear tight tights, that you have to remember to put the potato in the front, not in the back.
Right.
Depends.
Noted. Let me
yes,
write
make a
that
note
down.
You'll do much better on the beach.
It's an old Paddy Irish Speedo joke. Never mind.
Okay.
So,
Yes, so,
anyway, what is your favourite performing method? Is it still acting or is it magic now? Or?
Well, I have a philosophy about magic anyway, and nobody cares about the 4-ace trick. Nobody cares. Nobody walks out a gig in front of a magician and says, "Oh, I love that trick with the 4 aces. That was
that was
great."
fantastic.
They go, "Oh, that magician, he was fantastic, so funny.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. There was this crazy thing that happened." You're brought in a narrative.
I see.
You're brought into story. It's all storytelling.
Yeah.
It's all performance.
Yeah.
And so performance is
So
everything.
you're still acting.
You are,
Yeah.
you know. And I think, and I see magicians who don't get it. And I'm
Oh, I
like,
know. Sometimes on these contests on TV, you see people that are just too wooden for words, and it just doesn't do it, does it?
No.
You have to have that extra.
And I direct.
pizzazz.
I've directed other magicians and taught. And
Oh,
Wow, interesting.
yeah, so there's a friend of mine, Max Somerset, who's a very amazing magician in
Yeah.
London. Completely, I don't want to say crazy.
Off the wall?
If he's watching, off the wall is
Off
the
the
word.
wall,
The
yes.
words I'm looking
yes.
for.
Left of centre.
Left of centre, and he is just the most creative magician. And we did a show at the Magic Circle, which I directed, and he'd asked me to direct it and said, "I've been asked to do a show." I said, "Well, we'll do a show as long as it's not just a sort of trick.
Yeah.
We can have a narrative."
Yeah.
And he went, "Yeah, let's do it." So he used to sort of knock on my door. I'd be in my dressing gown, put the coffee on, and we'd be like, "All right, let's work this out."
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh,
online
interesting.
somewhere on my Vimeo.
Well, it's sort of like when we were talking our old friends and clients, Penn and Teller. They've made, it's not just a row of tricks. They've made a statement out of it. They've made a whole show out of it. It's a real mind melt.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, an evening with them it really is.
And it sounds
mind-blowing.
similar to
Yeah.
Yeah.
the narrative that you created at.
Yes.
Well, we created a thing about his story, so it was all about his story.
Oh, I see.
And he had a crazy story, and we incorporated into that. And I did my show recently at the H Club
Oh, yes.
in LA,
Yeah.
and I wrote a very strong narrative story because it had to be about me and how I got. And it's these questions: how did
Yeah.
you become a magician?
Yes.
What did you do acting wise?
Yes, of
Music. How, all these questions. I used to busk years ago.
Oh,
Did
really?
you? What did you play? In stereo.
So, I got that both sides. I play guitar and sing.
Oh, funny you should mention
Oh,
that. We've
look
got
at
one or
that.
two. Yeah, Martin's a musician.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so even my show, there's a trick with music and guitar and predictions.
We'll have to get him back.
Crazy.
Indeed. We'll have to do a late night 11:30 p.m. show.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, definitely.
I can be ruder, can I?
You can be as rude as you want.
in this house, darling.
Facebook is all about the First Amendment. You can say anything
Oh,
you
right,
want.
okay.
Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg is going to introduce a Bitcoin type of coin,
Yeah.
isn't he?
He is.
Facebookers, yes.
It is. So that would be a thing to do, a coin trick, and actually get hold of a real live Bitcoin. Can't be done, can it?
But they don't exist, do they?
That's correct.
No, exactly.
Well, that's a lot of the Emperor's New Clothes at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
In general.
Well, Martin's the expert on that. He could probably tell you off camera.
Oh,
later.
right.
You can make them appear.
Yeah, he's
Speaking
the-
of appearance, David Hauser wants to know if he can make my wife disappear.
Oh!
his wife or your wife. Now, David.
I would say be careful what you wish for.
Yes.
I've already asked him about my roll of fat, so we're working on that first. So just get in line, David. We'll let you know. Don't call us.
Send $10,000 to
Yeah.
Paul Roffman at mac.com.
In Bitcoin.
Cash, please.
Yeah.
Wife
Friends
coin.
and family.
Yeah. No, send it by that nice man in Nigeria. That's
Yes.
ask
Yes.
him for my
The
bank
prince.
account.
The prince in Nigeria.
Prince, yeah,
Absolutely.
lovely man who wants to send us all money.
So when did you come to the state? What was your London? I mean, you're bi-coastal, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know what I am. I'm sort of
Bilingual,
I'm-
bipolar.
buy everything.
Yeah.
No, not buy
Oh,
everything.
no,
definitely not
I
buy
don't
everything.
think so.
No.
No,
Some things I won't buy. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Ribena.
Ribena, of
Yeah.
course.
Uh,
That's for the English people.
yeah, it's a blackcurrant fruit drink. Yeah, so no, my brain has been going on so many fronts. I've been coming to LA since I was a kid.
Oh.
So we used to have some family here. We used to come every summer or once in a while. So I pretty much always wanted to kind of be here in some degree. And then in 2010, I had a O1 visa. And I only came for the last 6 months of it because it was on the back of the crash and
Yes.
there was the actor strike and the
Yeah,
writers
oh, yeah.
strike. I mean, everything was going crazy. And so I did that. And then I didn't come back for a while. And then 2016, I started coming back.
Oh, as recently as that.
Yeah, so I would do like a couple of months, which is when I started doing the groundlings at
Yes.
improv.
Yeah.
And so I would come and do their course, and then I'd go back, and I came back in 17, and then I started to go for my green card,
Yes.
which was quite funny because the lawyer said to me, let's not use the actor, use the magician to get the
Oh,
green card.
really?
Because I tick the
Interesting.
boxes.
It's more rare, I would imagine.
I suppose so. Yeah.
Yep, and so I tick more boxes in that area. And so I
Oh,
can genuinely say I got my green card by magic.
As if
But on bomb.
Yeah, I like that's a good line.
Yeah.
Is that going to be in your book? You are writing a book.
Of course,
Of course.
yes. For the
Isn't
last
that
5 years,
Yeah.
I've got past the first 3
Pages.
chapters. No,
Chapter.
paragraphs, lines,
Words.
words. The first 3 words. Yes. Once upon a. I'm not sure what comes next.
Maybe
Something.
I can help you.
Yes.
Yes, we'll talk.
Okay. Any suggestions?
So then, in 16, okay, so now you're sort of here more on a more permanent basis.
Yeah. So this year I got green card last year. Was here for 4 months, and then this year came in January and been cracking away
Yeah.
ever since.
And how does one actually break that magic castle door down? Because that's a...
Yeah.
Well,
Enigma.
mine was an unusual one. It was in 2010. I was invited there, and you have to audition. You have to do
Oh,
an
I
exam.
know,
You have to,
very
I don't know,
particular,
yeah, you have
yeah.
to. And I was with a friend, and he said to me, "You should join here." And I was like, he said, "There's a guy over there. Looks important. Go and speak to him." So he had a badge on, and I said, "Oh, hi. I'm from England, a member of the Magic, Circle. How do I join here?" And he went, "Show me a trick." I went, "Really?"
Oh, not that trick.
Yeah, not that trick. So I did. I showed him a magic trick, and he turned around to the guy with him and went, "Oh, he's very good."
Jen.
And then he just said, "Okay, give me your details," and that was that.
Oh my goodness.
Must have been a hell of a trick. It wasn't the 4 aces, was it?
It wasn't the 4 aces, no. But it might have been just had a good story.
Yes.
It had the lean in, you see.
Yeah, I see.
You got the 4 aces out of the whole of the guitar.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, he got them out of the rabbit.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Poor
it's gonna
rabbits.
happen. Poor rabbits.
Poor rabbits.
Poor rabbits.
Yeah.
Are they
I'm sure-
animatronic rabbits so that Peter doesn't get mad now? Are they like robot rabbits so the vegetarian
CGI
people?
Yeah,
don't
they're
get-
CGI rabbits.
CGI rabbits, yes. One
yeah.
show with all these organisations of Peter and, for the benefit of Mr. Kite and rabbits and whatnot. Have to be very careful what you do.
Yes. and what
But
you say.
now
Yeah.
that everybody has camera phones,
Mhm.
do you have to tailor your act differently? Because
No.
you're being observed
Yeah.
from all sorts of angles?
You have to think about what type of magic you're doing. So if you're
Yeah.
doing magic in a reception scenario, or you're doing magic at on television or in theatre, you have to consider where the eyes are looking.
Yes.
But today, the major thing is kids will go to YouTube and they'll go, oh, I know how that's done, and
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
look on YouTube and say,
Yeah.
I've seen it on YouTube. But actually, it doesn't matter, because if you're a performer, you're performing,
Yes.
and it is, it is what it is. So
I loved your short film about the kids and how nasty little monsters, and he made them all disappear at a birthday party. I bet mothers would book him just for that, not for the party, just to make the kids disappear.
you
have
probably
a whole new career.
they do like me, kids, and I have done the odd kids party, but
Yeah.
I'm not generally the one for the kids parties.
No, I'm
And
sure they did want to
hopefully
make
that film kind of
dies on the
puts
vine.
them off.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
no, it was great, and that short film, which was called The Magic Show, came out of an improvisation that I did in Grandma's.
Oh, really?
And a friend watched it.
Yeah.
An initial idea was me and a British magician at a magic party, kids' magic party in LA,
I see.
trying to come on to all the mothers.
Ah.
And so
Uh-huh.
that was the initial idea. And
Now
we-
you had me at that. Now I'm nosy. Now I want to
Got the
know.
old girl interested now. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then he changed it and rewrote it, and then sent me some ideas.
Oh, it's fabulous.
and,
I loved it. Yeah.
Thank you. It was fun to do.
Yeah. So, you're not pursuing the idea of like small time entertainment? Do you do like corporate parties and things like that? Yeah.
Yeah. So the great thing about magic was it paid,
Yes.
unlike acting.
Yes, that's true.
And you could
yeah.
be paid up front, which was even better.
Oh, yeah. Where do I draw?
Yeah,
Where do I
it's always a
sign?
good thing. You start controlling your own career, and it actually changes your whole perception to the whole acting
Yeah.
business.
I'm sure.
Because why have you got to be treated badly? You don't.
No, I know, but it was
You-
ever thus. Wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Well, I think it's A, familiarity breeds, and B, it's a numbers game. There are less magicians than there are actors, especially in Hollywood. Well, anywhere, I would imagine.
Yes. Yeah.
But, everybody, you go to a fancy restaurant in Beverly Hills, every busboy's got a screenplay, and every waiter's got a SAG card,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's true.
But I think the air is thinner up in the magic world.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Definitely.
Yeah.
But it's opened so many more doors in acting as
Oh,
well, and meeting
Yes.
people, and I'm here today. I mean,
Yeah,
and that's
absolutely.
magic.
And you won't be gone tomorrow. No, promise.
Unless it's a 6.9 and the house comes
Yeah,
down.
okay, yeah.
Have you lived through any earthquakes?
No.
Oh,
no,
good.
no,
Hope you
not
never
at all.
do.
Let's hope
Yeah,
not.
well, they're
I'll probably
interesting.
sleep through it, knowing me.
Oh, well, that's all right.
Like, oh, there was
Good
an
for you.
earthquake.
What was that?
So with magic being so sort of esoteric and
Well, that's nice.
3D, that's not her word, by the way.
Oh, no.
But do you ever get any strange requests? Do people ask you to
Weird
magic
things?
things in a
Anything
strange
weird?
way, or
Or naughty?
she asked that?
She did ask that question. No, they do ask. They say, "Can you make my life disappear?"
Like Dave just did.
They do.
We're working on it,
They
Dave.
say that. They say, what did they say? Gosh, you can bring out a clicker and just go click click as they say it. Oh, I never heard that one before. So everyone thinks it's the first time they've
Yes,
seen it.
of course.
Oh,
It's like hecklers, isn't it? In stand-up comedy, they think they're the first person to have shouted that rude line at you.
yeah.
Here in LA, if you say you're a magician, they say, "Oh, are you a member of the Magic Castle?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
are you performing at the Magic Castle?" That's what they say
Yeah.
all the time.
And
And
you
you're
say,
like,
yes,
"Yes,
by your ass, yes.
Yes. Cross that border.
yes."
Yes,
So
Exactly.
I think I block them out. I've sort of going to remove them from my brain because
I'm nosing into.
My notes, yes.
Oh yeah, there was, because we're from Liverpool. There was an old shop. Andrew was asking me the name of it yesterday, but it was before my time.
It was called the Wizard's Den.
Yeah.
And it was near Chinatown, wasn't it?
No.
No?
It
What
was
am I
somewhere like
thinking of?
Warfield, or I wrote to Bill Harry, the old Beatles biographer, last night, and I said I was going to be talking to you today, and I wanted to ask what was the place. It was called the Wizard's Den, and you could buy magic tricks for sixpence.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was next door to an office that Brian Epstein had
Oh,
before he even got into the whole Beatles thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Bill remembered the place, yeah.
there aren't sort of magic shops anymore, are there?
There aren't many bricks and mortar ones. There's one in LA called the Magic Apple in Studio City,
Oh, really?
which is a really good shop
Yeah.
for magicians.
Well, you know, now that you're spreading your wings and getting more known, perhaps the whole magic thing will open up. You might even open a chain of magic stores.
No. I'll leave that to those who do that. They're all
Sex shops?
online now.
Sex shops?
Sex
Magic
shops.
sex shops.
Yes, cannabis, magic, sex shops.
Ah, we'll talk. Later. My people will talk to your people.
She'll take the money.
Yeah.
Or Bitcoin magic sex shops.
Exactly.
We'll just keep building on.
She'll process the QR codes.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
Well, Ruth actually does speeches on big data at universities and for accountants. You tell.
Oh, yeah, well, another day for another
Another day,
cocktail.
yeah.
When we go to the St James or somewhere.
Okay,
Jeremy.
right,
Yes, Jeremy.
right. Yeah,
Is that a
absolutely.
hospital or a club?
No, that's the hospital's a completely different thing. She doesn't know a hospital from a bar, people. I think it's
Well, you know,
that
usually by the time I get in there, there's something.
something nice.
You know how it goes.
Yeah.
But then
yeah.
I'm an older person, I can get away with it.
So currently, how long are you going to stay in LA and do your magic stuff, and what's going on there, and how do you
Back
plan
and
to
forth,
sort of?
yeah.
So I'm pretty much here, but I'll be back in London in June for a couple of weeks,
Okay.
and then I'll be back again, and then I'm off back in London in end of August. So it's
Wow.
it's jumping around,
Yeah.
and there might be some work in New York, and
Okay.
and then I'll be hopefully auditioning for stuff as well on the
Yes.
acting front, and.
How did you find the Groundlings? Did it frighten you to do
Gra-
improv?
No.
No?
I had this idea, well, as a magician, especially for stand-up,
Yeah.
if you're doing a show, you have to deal with hectic. It's a bit like stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And it's all about being sharp and
That's
witty and
right.
retorts,
Yeah.
and people say things to you, it's brilliant. And, you do get people who say, I'm hearing ringing in my head there.
Yes.
No,
You
the
get,
bells.
you get people who say to you, they try it on, and
Yeah.
you know how to deal with them. So when I started Groundlings, I thought, I'm really adept at this. I'm witty. I know how to do it. And Groundlings here was really about character and point of view.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh, I know.
And you throw away this kind of witty part. You kind of bring it back later on.
Right.
But it was fabulous, and it's challenging, and it's the best acting class in a way that I've had. And I went to drama school, and I've done
Really?
a lot of
Yeah.
things.
All the
I
real
went to
stuff.
Mount View in London, did 3 years there. But
She went to Mount Pleasant, did 5. Sorry.
Thank you, Dad.
Sorry.
we're live in downtown tomorrow night.
No, but Ange did
I
do.
did 6 weeks improv with National Lampoon.
Oh, really?
She's
Yeah.
a lemming.
Oh,
I was
wow.
a lemming,
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Yeah, threw myself off a cliff in the end. So did the audience.
That must have been fun.
It was scary because I thought I was merely, when Alan Donis called me and he said, how about you come and watch our Lemmings classes starting on whatever date? And I thought I was going as a sort of Maggie Smith person to say, oh, that was rather splendid or whatever. But no, I was a participant and I didn't know that till the first night when they said, Xavier and Angie, up here please. Right, now, you are selling, well, I forget what it was. Oh, I think I was selling anal bleaching vouchers or
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that.
As you
something
do.
like that.
It's a common request.
Yes, absolutely. And I didn't know I was going to be a participant. It frightened the bejesus out of me. But
The night we went to the graduation, so they did 6 weeks and they all got their certificates. We went to the graduation and they paired Angie with Xavier Bergen, who is now an Emmy-nominated director that we actually represent at McCartney Studios, which is how we met him.
Oh, wow.
And they sat them in 2 chairs, theatre full of people, and they said to Xavier, you're a dolphin and she's your trainer, go. I mean, good grief, right?
I know.
But that's improv.
That's improv, you know.
I know.
We
It was funny.
I saw them do. They often do like a Sondheim musical.
That's
improv.
right, yeah.
So when I was back in London, a friend of mine pointed me to a group called Showstoppers.
Yes.
And Showstoppers do a run every month in London in the West End, and that's musical theatre improv. So I thought, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
I've got to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I went and did a couple of courses with
great.
Showstoppers.
Yeah.
And I think when you can do a solo song by a suggestion from the audience,
Yes.
Wow.
in a style suggested,
Yeah.
Wow.
nothing's frightening,
Nothing's scary anymore.
nothing's scary
No,
anymore.
that's brilliant,
Including
isn't it?
whipping cards out of your. We were watching Paul before, and he's got.
It's got,
do
it's
you
got a
have
lot
to-
of pockets in
Do you have to
there.
have jackets like specially made with extra pockets and things, or
You need a lot of room for the live animals, the rabbits and the koala bears. And
Ferrets.
Ferrets.
You give up. You learn, when you're a pro, you stop using ferrets.
do
do you put the sloths in a backpack then?
Yeah, they get little straws,
Yes.
biodegradable ones, of course.
Of course,
Yes.
yes.
I'm not an
We
animal.
have to be eco-friendly. Yeah. Oh, by the way,
Yes.
there was an actor who died. Was it Luke Perry? Who
Yes.
died recently? He was buried in a biodegradable suit
Mushroom suit.
made from, the fabric was made from mushrooms.
Okay.
He was a real, eco-friendly person, and he wanted an eco-friendly funeral.
Yeah.
So
Apparently,
the suit was made out of
the mushrooms detoxify as the body decomposes. The mushrooms detoxify.
and eat up all the little
Go-
creepy crawlies your body becomes. This is a nice
Lovely.
conversation.
That's
Lovely.
clever.
That's
I'm
one.
pleased that you came.
I'll put that in my notebook for later.
Jolly good, yes.
Bury in a mushroom suit.
Or a newspaper suit. Pete Price is watching from
Yes.
Liverpool, and
Oh, yes.
he's got a suit made
Suit
out
made
of
of-
the newspaper, which of course features pictures of himself, as
Okay.
you would.
The Liverpool Echo.
Liverpool Echo.
Yeah.
So we've covered magician suits, mushroom suits, and newspaper suits. I think
Birthday
we can-
suits.
Oh no.
No.
That's
Not until you've worked your magic.
Sorry, let me just grab that because you've been going on about rabbits and I just had to put that. Okay, you can keep that one as a souvenir.
Thank you.
But don't tell
rabbit.
anyone because they'll
It's
all
gone.
want.
It's gone. Nothing up my sleeve except a rabbit.
Oh, that was cute.
Yeah, I was just bothering me. Well, let's carry on.
Oh. I'm totally nonplussed now. My plus is nonst.
Yeah, yes, okay.
Yeah, well, go on. You think of something clever now. Rabbit.
Something clever to say.
Yeah,
So,
go on.
Or to pull out your pocket.
pull out my pocket. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Actually, you couldn't pass. I've left my phone over there. You
Yeah.
might need that.
Oh God, he's going to go and check his email now.
Yeah, I want to do my Facebook.
Bored. Yeah.
There you
I'm
go.
bored.
Thank you.
No
I've got a pack of cards somewhere. I'll get it for you before you leave.
Oh, all right.
It was given to me by Penn and Teller, which
Oh,
I'm sure you
yes.
would like to
Yeah.
have.
Yes, we can see
Yeah.
that.
So that's a little prediction, can I?
Oh
I
yeah.
thought I'd come with a prediction. This
Okay.
might work, might not work, I don't know. But I'd like to try something with you, if I may.
Oh, that's what they all say. You're a bit young for me, but hey. Go on.
Okay, I look younger than I am.
The
I'm
day is
actually
young.
400 years old, but with magic
It's the magic. Okay, well,
keeps
go on,
me
try
up. All right,
something.
so, and we haven't set anything up. I haven't asked you to kind of prepare anything.
No.
Okay. So what I'd like you to do is to think of a word.
Yeah.
You've got a word in mind, yes?
Yeah. Okay, I've got one.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. And also maybe a number.
That's easy.
That's easy. Okay, that's easy. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. Okay. So I'm going to try something with this word and this number. Okay. And there's no way I can know this is in your
And
mind.
I'm witness
you,
to that.
You
yeah.
know.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Not even sure how to spell it, but yeah, yes, I am.
Oh well, there's a big clue. So it's probably not cat or dog. So
No,
I look for
no.
little
No.
tricks to get me there. So and then you've told me it's no. So that gets rid of at least 2 words from the whole English language, which is
From the
fantastic.
lexicon.
From the lexicon of.
So it means there's only 9 left.
Yeah, okay, great. And I imagine you're all film buffs, like a bit of.
Yeah.
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 I've actually got a in here somewhere a list of my 100 favourite films.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's not my 100. It's there's a big selection of them. Okay. In here, let me see where it is. I've got my notes, okay?
Yeah.
And if you
I
can
can
see
see.
here, I've got my little thing here, and if I press notes, I've got the 100 greatest movies of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, wrong way, Mrs. Oh. See, is one of your tricks untangling old
Yes,
tarts?
this
next
is.
Okay, go
That's
on.
It's a page on my website.
Oh,
Untangling
okay.
Old Tarts.
Oh, good. Old tarts next to this.
So here I've got a whole list of films. I'll show it to the camera here. They're all
Yeah.
they're all different here. Wizard of Oz, Godfather, Casablanca, Sunset Boulevard. You probably recognise a lot of these, yeah?
Yes, oh yeah.
Yeah. You've got a number in mind?
Yes, I have.
Okay. What number did you have in mind?
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah, 7.
7. And that's genuinely you just thought of that.
Yeah.
It's a free
Yeah,
choice.
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got all these numbers of films,
Yes.
and they are all different. There aren't multiple lists. There's just one list here. What have we got? If we chose number 5, it would have been Raging Bull.
Yes.
Number 6, Casablanca, and number 7 is
Once Upon a Time in America.
Once Upon a Time. That's an appropriate one, I think.
Yes.
'Cause, you know,
And in fact, I was literally talking about that movie about half an hour before you arrived
Oh,
in
there.
the bathroom with her, but no makeup on. No kidding.
there you go. So
Okay.
you thought of that movie today.
Yes, in the
You
bathroom.
thought
She-
of the number 7,
Yes,
and you thought of a word.
yes, I have.
Okay, so we've got number 7. We've got Once Upon a Time in America. I've got a prediction here,
Yeah.
and you've thought of a word. Okay, can you think of your word? I'm going to try for the word first. I want you to think of your word.
Yes.
Okay, I want you just to see the word, and as you see the word, imagine how that word would make you feel. Don't say anything, but just imagine. Right, okay, that's interesting. So this is not something that is about a person. Because if it was a person, you get recognition, you tend to get light. This was heavy, this was darker. So this is something dark. Okay, so this is something that there's an affirmation of darkness. Okay, just think about that word again, and think about maybe a letter in the word, like a difficult letter that might not be obvious. There's a Y. Is there, yes, you think
Yes.
Y. Yeah, okay. You just went for the Y. That was just there in your mind. Okay,
So did I.
You went for the Y as well. Okay.
Because I know when she wrote the word down,
She wrote the word down.
She knows
Okay.
what
she
You know
gave
what
it to me for safekeeping.
Fantastic. Okay.
I think I've got it somewhere. Maybe she's got it somewhere. Anyway, go on.
Okay. I haven't checked you for this word, have I?
No, you
Sorry.
haven't. No, you haven't.
It's still.
Still
Oh,
there.
don't show it. Hide the head.
No,
Okay. So there's a wine. Okay, and this is dark. This is something like. Oh, everyone's gone really dark now. Okay. Oh, yes. This is like This is kind of like the political feeling now. It's a bit of a like doldrum. No. War. This is like this is the end of this is you're seeing like clouds. Yes. Explosions. Like the aftermath. This is something like apocalypse.
That's the word.
Apocalypse. That's really strange.
Ooh.
That's and you thought of the number 7. What was the
Seven.
film?
Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time in America. I made a little prediction here. We'll just open this up. And you thought of this film today.
Yeah.
We haven't spoken about
No,
this.
no,
We
I
haven't
was
set
talking-
anything up.
no,
This
We were
is
talking
genuinely.
about it being at the Cannes Film Festival and
No. Years
Yeah.
ago. The other one. Yeah. But
Oh,
Once Upon a Time in America. Good God! There's the film of the number that she picked. How in God's name?
I'm
Wow.
just-
do
yeah.
you know how you do it?
No
No,
idea.
you don't.
No idea. It just comes to
Really?
me, and
Wow.
freak myself out sometimes.
Yeah, you
They've got that ESPN thing going on.
Hashtag day drinking.
yeah.
Ribena.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I don't know how this stuff works.
You seriously don't.
Well, I do, but
But I mean,
sounds better if I say I
Yeah, of
but
course.
I mean, how many bloody words are there in the English language?
don't. More than 3.
Yeah,
Once upon a...
Once
An
upon a
apocalypse.
There you go.
I wasn't sure whether apocalypse had a Y at the end of it. That's what
Yes.
I said
Yeah.
before.
Oh,
Well,
right.
that's
Okay.
People are on the floor. They want more.
Yeah.
Ah.
They want another one.
Is
You have
that
another one.
right?
You shall have to buy a ticket.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, if you want another one, you better go to my website.
Yes.
You go to paulroffman.com.
That's 2 F's, 1 N.
2 F's and 1 N.
I'll put it in.
Man.
Yes, Roffman. And you can find me on Facebook, Paul Roffman Magic, and on Instagram at Paul Roffman Magic, and on Twitter, Roffman Magician, because you can put Paul Roffman Magic on Twitter for some reason.
Yes.
So follow me on all those things and you'll see what I'm up to. And if you want to see me do more magic, you'll have to hire me.
Yes. Nicely done.
And bring your kids, because he'll get rid of them for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, that's extra, and you have to sign an NDA and all this stuff. But hey,
Okay,
it's
so
Hollywood.
I've got a career idea for you.
Yeah.
23 clients on the Democratic side of the party want to know who's going to win and what they should and shouldn't think about and do, you
Yeah.
see.
Well,
You can hire yourself out.
I am a magician, not a miracle worker. So
Yeah, there's that.
yes, it's we're living through a very confused age
Indeed.
Indeed.
on all sides.
Well,
of
maybe
the
they always
spectrum.
were, but at least there's more communication now. Everybody knows instantly what's going on.
Yeah, or makes it up
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's
yes.
as they go along.
to
Yes,
facilitate.
Well, that was
platform.
I thought when Ange wrote this down
Mhm.
earlier, I was like, you know, good God, okay, he's never going to guess that because it's just such a bastard of a word.
Right.
No, bastard is B-A-S-T-A-R-D.
Ah, okay, fine. That's
And
that's
I
her
know
next
one or
word.
two.
And I am one.
Yeah.
And so, good grief.
Yeah.
And then the number with the movie, and I was actually talking about that movie before.
And you were talking about it, which is even more spooky. And I haven't bugged your house.
No,
or
no,
anything.
no.
I didn't.
Well, maybe
I might
you
have
read it
crept
last
in
night.
last night and
Crept
just
into the crypt and cracked and cracked
put
out
little
again.
bugs all around.
No, but she didn't
Listen
even
to
speak that word.
No.
She just wrote it down and folded it over, and
Yeah, she saw it and I put
that's
it in my book.
unbelievable.
And plus, you're just thinking of a film
Yes.
randomly
Yes.
and a number randomly.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's
We'll have to go and have a little lie down. Another little drink, maybe.
Mark Lindsay said she didn't even say crap.
Oh, crap. I'm sorry, Mark. I'll try and remember to say it next week. Can you say
actually,
crap on Facebook?
yeah, we're probably over the. It's late in some countries.
Yeah, it's
so,
6:30 at
so
night
if
in
I
England.
swear, it's fine in some
Exactly.
countries.
Exactly.
Yeah, countries, as in... Yeah,
Exactly.
As in Scunthorpe.
Yeah, yeah.
The type who put the tea in Britain, who went to Scunthorpe.
Yeah, who put the tea in front of them?
No, never mind.
Yes.
They get it.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Or would you like some TWA coffee? Would you like some TWA tea? I wonder if they're going to say that at the new restaurant when they open the new
Hopefully
hotel.
not. Hopefully.
Yes.
We're not going to get booked there now, are we?
No, we're not now, thanks to you.
Just ruined that.
Well,
Twat.
this has been
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Absolutely.
You have anything else you want to show the folks, or it's all shrouded in mystery?
Oh, we could do another trick, maybe. Let's do something with the cars.
Or is that for Ace?
The four aces
Oh,
trick.
Jesus.
No, we were talking about what makes a good magic show, what makes it interesting about magic, and I was watching Darren Brown recently on the James
Yeah.
Corden show.
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw him. Yeah.
Did you see it? And Darren is absolutely fabulous, and he's my number one favorite.
Not as good as you.
Well, thank you, but Darren is fabulous, and he was on the Corden show, and what was lovely about his performance was he just talked for 2 minutes before he did anything,
Yes,
and it creates the lean in. Everyone goes,
yes.
What? Yep.
That's
and
right.
then he did
yeah.
his stuff.
Right.
And
Well,
then
I
it
watched
was-
him because of you. Because
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Doing her research, you think?
Yeah,
Lovely.
I was researching the
And isn't he good?
Yeah, he's okay.
Okay. Okay. It's all about me. That's
It's all
why.
about you.
That's
Of course
why.
it is.
Just grab any card you like, any one at all. Okay.
Yep.
Have a look at the Ace of Hearts. Share it with everybody. Today I get lucky. That's what all the girls say. Just pop that in it, doesn't it? Okay. We'll try that again. Let's do a bit more fair.
This is what they do. They take the drink off me.
Yes. Okay. They are all mixed, different.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Let's try this again. Okay. Let's try. Actually, we'll do it this way. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of jamming now. Actually, just you can grab a card as well. Just grab anyone you like. Okay. Have a look at that. You happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Share it with the camera as well.
Yep.
And you can pop it in the deck. Lovely. Please don't forget it.
No?
Otherwise, this is going to be a really bad trick. Would you like this magically or mentally?
I don't understand the difference.
That's why I asked the question. Well, magically, mentally, I would just go 7 of clubs. That would be the mental way of doing it. You know, like I just kind of, magically, I would kind of make it appear from somewhere. That would be magic. And that, you know, that's that one. Magic is sometimes when you pop it in there like that, you get the 8,
yes,
right, which is not your card, and the one below it is the 9, which is not your card, and at the bottom is the 6. Now, that's, I don't know why that, but if I rub like that and think of you, it just turns into the 7 of clubs.
Oh my god.
Can you come back next week?
I don't think you're getting out of here.
No, you're not.
Well, this one just keeps going like, it's just the same trick again and again. The 7 of clubs will just keep appearing. If you snap like that, you get the 7 of clubs and the 7 of clubs. Because I switch them when you're not looking. It's just, I don't know how this...
I'm looking right at your hand and I still can't see it.
A lot of the girls say that to me. You know, hey, if it works, it is Hollywood, but there we go. You get that one there. Yeah. But if I snap again, they all change back again, of course.
Good God, look at that.
Yeah. I don't know why this works as well.
Can you help me grab it back? Help me grab it back?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. Well, now I'm the subject of the guy of the 9 of diamonds in the Mexican restaurant. I've now actually been 7 of clubbed.
You have been right now. Yeah, now the anecdote is on the 7 of clubs. Yeah,
yes.
I did this little video, and I was with a friend of mine, actually Craig Young, who runs Brits in LA.
Oh yeah.
We were at a restaurant, and he's great because he'll always pull out a camera when I'm doing my magic.
Yeah.
He's like, show me a trick, show me.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And that was so funny because the guy who I was doing it for was
Freaked
just.
out. Well, I'm freaked out.
Yeah, I am too.
That's unbelievable. Well, God, best of luck in all of the world to you.
Absolutely.
Not that you need it, because apparently you create your own luck.
It's true.
Yes.
Absolutely,
Okay.
I would agree with that. That's
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, can you come back when the next elections are on, please?
What, and do predictions?
Yes.
Or make it happen, really. Make
it
something
happen,
good
yeah.
happen.
Yeah. No,
nice.
I think it's just going to be back to apocalypse.
Back to apocalypse.
Yeah, apocalypse now.
Well, we all have to get on with doing what we do, don't
That's
we?
right,
Just
exactly.
with whatever's going on around us, it's about us really. And I think
That's right.
if we get caught up in it's always about something else, I think we're on a dangerous road
Yeah.
That's amazing.
because it's not interesting what's going on over there.
No.
We've got to concentrate on what we're doing, what we're giving out.
Well,
That's
where's
right.
me Roberts?
If you look under your pillow tonight,
Okay, fine.
you'll find your sheets.
Oh,
You'll find
how
your
much
sheets.
is? Well, my darlings, thank you so much.
Thank you so
This has
much.
been brilliant.
Oh, lovely. Thanks
Lovely,
so much.
thank
It's been
you.
a lot of
And I
fun.
hope you will come back.
Check Paul out
Absolutely.
at Paul Roffman, that's 2 F's and 1 N, paulroffman.com, and from there you'll find all his other
Everything.
magic things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Oh,
that.
lovely.
What a
Thank
pleasure.
you. Yeah.
Mwah. Pleasure. Oh, I forgot we're British.
So
Cheerio.
Martin will have a kiss later.
All right.
Can't
Give us a
stop
kiss.
going.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.